Hey kids, it's been a while. It's Radio Hyperbole here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I got a really mean diagnosis yesterday, and I got a really mean diagnosis last week, and I didn't tell you anything about them because I figured you'd know if I shaved my head like this. Because see that little line right there is where my hair ended anyway, and there was this big bald spot, and for like 5 years, people were saying, "Just shave your head, just shave your head," and I'm like, I don't want to shave my head. I look like a big fat. I don't want to look. I got a big giant bowling ball, and I don't want to look like it. So what am I doing? I'm looking in the mirror right now, going, "Holy shit! I shaved my head." But it's not any worse than when we were in the military, right? I mean, we shaved. You do this all the time, and you never complained. It's kind of enlightening. It's kind of, I don't have to rely on anybody. That's the whole thing. My whole hyperbolized life is I don't want to rely on anybody. I want to be able to do everything myself. So guess what? You get facial hair in all sorts of different shapes and sizes for the rest of my life. That's what you get for the rest of my life, which could be kind of short because one of the diagnoses was really, really bad. But what do you do? What do you do? You get a diagnosis and then you go to the doctor for 7 years. Like when I was 19, I went to the doctor for 7 years, and the doctor said, "You're going to die from bone cancer." Every year he said, "You're going to die." And at my 26th birthday, I said, "Fuck that guy." That's what I said. I said, "Fuck that guy." So anyway, I got some residue on the thing here. I'm going to show you my residue. There's what's left of me. That's it. Woo. There is no more of that. I'm just gonna do what I do. I think it looks okay like that, but that little line right there, we call that in the business school teacher hair. Because that's all the school teachers that have pulled, they just pull their hair out of their head and they're like, "Oh, dad, fucking kids, those kids suck like dick." And I'm like, but they can't say anything. See, and I got that weirdo hair. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm gonna have to watch the video because I've never seen that. Now, now we're gonna check out the backside. I think I've done it right, but don't laugh too hard if I haven't, because I don't know what's going on back there. Is there anything good? I got any big spots or stuff? Because right up here, God put a target in my head. See, God put this target in my head, and I was gonna go get one of those target. I was gonna go get a target and have somebody tattoo a target on my head, and then I was gonna have funny looking hair for the rest of my life because I like mohawks a lot. But now I look like my dad. Now, see, I'm looking like this, and I'm going, my dad has more hair than me. He's in better shape. He still plays volleyball. He's 83 years old. And then I look at my brother's picture, and I'm like, I don't want to look like my brother. And what do I look like? I look like my brother. And yeah, Jim, you bum. You know who I really look like? I don't know who really looks like me and Grandpa or Dad? Your son Travis. Your son Travis and I are about 3 inches apart in height. We had the same job. We had the same job for a while in place, but I did it over there and he did it over here. And you know what I'm talking about. But that's all I can do there. So I don't know. And then my brother Marty came home, and then I started thinking maybe I should start making videos about my family because my family's amazing. So my brother Marty and Tina, for all the guff I've given you about what you do for a living, I finally understand it. And I really, really hope today that I hope your eyes get better. Even though you gave me glaucoma, because I'm going to blame you for my glaucoma because I don't have anybody else to blame because I can't blame mom. So I just think that's funny. So anyway, if you don't, I don't care. So look at that big fat chin. Look at that. Look at that. I got skin hanging from my chin. Skinny skin. That's called being really what am I? Exhausted. I was really, really exhausted. And then yesterday I got to spend time in the hospital. All 3 hospitals in the high desert, which are worthless. So if you ever need to go to a hospital, go down the hill. That's what I suggest. I suggest you go to St. Bernardine's or like a big county hospital and wait a little while because you'll probably get better service because the hospitals in the high desert suck. That's pretty much it. I should have just gone to urgent care and had them tell me the same diagnosis, which wouldn't have been as bad as the diagnosis that I got. Because if anybody wants to go down in the comment section down there, wait. section down there and tell me what cardiovascular disease has to do with. I had an infection in my foot and they gave me antibiotics for it. But then when I went in the second time, they said I had cardiovascular disease. So in my line of work, that's really kind of confusing. So I asked my doctor about it this morning, and she's like, you might want to come in because that's. So anyway, my legs are on fire. I don't understand it. It's called saddle sup. I've heard saddle sup overseas before, and that's exactly what I have. If you know what that is, and you know any remedies for it, because my fucking legs hurt. Okay, anything that has anything to do with the air. So I've had a lot of infections lately in the last 5 years as of late. And I wasn't diagnosed with because they haven't done the blood work to it yet, but they said they made a suggestion that I had autoimmune deficiency disorder, not syndrome. Do you remember that? Somebody said I had syndrome, which is AIDS, and I freaked out on them. I should have freaked out on them more and beat the living shit out of them because I went and told all my ex-girlfriends that I had AIDS, and then everybody freaked out for 2 weeks. And then I get the diagnosis from my doctor for real, and the doctor says, yeah, you have autoimmune deficiency disorder. Words matter, but spelling matters more. Okay. I don't know what that was, but the dogs ran out the door. But this is no more. We're not doing this anymore because I don't want to rely on anybody. But this stuff grows out like a freaking weed. This stuff here, so it's going to change and be all over. And one day I'm just going to let it go crazy. But the stuff on the top of my head's falling out, so who gives a shit? And it's probably, well, I'm going to have that big C word coming up here anyway, and that's going to fall out anyway. So what do you do about that? You just live, right? It's all about living. So me and my life are all about living, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live. So, well, that's a dumb comment. Okay, well, okay. The comment is, why don't you just shave your whole face? You'd be sexier. Because I got a big-ass scar right here that I'm not really proud of, and I got another big-ass scar right here that I'm not really proud of. And this one led through my... So just imagine having a piece of metal smashed through your face up into your jaw, into your eyeball like that. Yeah, well, that's where this scar comes in. And you'll never see that one. I'm not shaving for anybody. I did it one time. I have shaved one time since that happened. My whole entire freaking head. And I don't like that scar. So I'm not doing it. But anyway, this is me. Here's my new face. Here's my new look. I hope it's okay for I think it's only okay for my family. I didn't like my family because we never see each other. And I hope we have a big fat reunion before we lose another brother, because we didn't have anything before we lost Uncle Jay, kids. I mean, Brother Jay. And I was named after that guy. So I seriously think that my family, the Ganong family, Ganon, should get together. And if we happen to be from Canada or Colorado or California or wherever, we should just have a giant one because, oh my God, I did a 23andMe, Marty. Holy crap, we're 97% Neanderthal. Right? 97% Neanderthal. And do I look like that or do I look like that? I don't look like that or look like that. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Because you got to do it in front of the mirror so you're talking to yourself, right? Because if you're talking in front to yourself, then you're not looking at the thing. It's so hard, this stuff is. Anyway, so I met these really nice people at the spa that I go to, and they're the bomb, man. That guy has as much medical bull crap going on him with as much as I do, and he's a little sawed-off guy, and he's boisterous, and I love it, and he can sing like a dream. And then he's got this girl that takes care of him that, oh my God, my Italian connection right there, because those people are the poop. And then I met his daughter last night. Holy crap, what a team. And he's got more daughters, and they're cool as shit. And the funniest thing about the whole trip home was all I wanted to do was listen to her talk because it reminded me of my daughter. But since I said that, I'm going to cry, so I'll see you later. So I don't know how to get off this thing. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Why did you come in here? Why do you want me? What's going on? I don't know. What do you not see? Then there's got to be two, and then there was two. Unitas. Hey, look in the camera. Say hi. What are we listening to in the background? Oh my God! Some guy's dying. So terrible. What's happening? It's the Predator, man. It's the last 2 episodes of the Predator. When Predator is a really, 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 really good show. And if you watch the last 3, you're not going to get it. But I'm going to tell you right now that stuff in movies don't have nothing to do with real life. I'll tell you that. This is pretty close. This is pretty close to what you look like when you're all bloodied up and you're going to die. But sometimes you just can't die. And I guess I'm the Energizer Bunny because I was supposed to be dead a lot of times, and I ain't dead yet. So anyway, I'm signing off because I can't figure out how to turn my thing off, so I'm just going to turn the